When I record podcasts, I like to stay hydrated. Who knew talking could be so hard? My favourite drink to have to hand is Lifeline's Hydro OG. It's a tried and tested product for me. It helped me and my team complete a 24-hour podcast, giving us the edge that we needed to get over the finish line. So whether you're at the gym, on a bike ride, or just trying to get over that night before, Lifeline's Hydro OG has got your back. Each serving is stocked with all the healthy ingredients and vitamins you could ask for. There are a great range of flavours, and with each serving at only 18 calories, you really can't go wrong. Here at the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, we like to support local, independent companies and brands, and Lifelines is a product that I am proud to endorse. Go to lifelines.com. Now that's LYFELINEZ.com to find out more. Now, without further ado, here is today's episode. Hello guys and welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm Alex Whiteley and today we are coming from Coleham Primary School, a school that has so much love in the community because of the great things that they do. And one of the most unique things that the school does is they let the teachers get involved with the Christmas videos they release every year, which tend to go kind of viral. And I've got lots of guests with me today. First of all, hello guys.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm going to turn your microphone right up. Should we go around the room and introduce ourselves?
I'm Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn.
I'm Sophia.
Hi, Sophia.
I'm Rosa.
Nice to meet you guys. And how long have you guys been coming to the school then? How long have you been here?
Since reception.
Since reception. What year are you in now?
5, so 5 and
No,
a bit years.
6 years. No.
5 and a bit years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you in year 5 too? Mm-hmm. And yourself, Rose?
Oh, what?
Are you in year 5? All in year 5, across the board. And have you seen the Christmas videos?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're very fun. They're really amazing.
Do you know what viral means? Going viral? Have you heard that before?
Yeah.
That word?
Doesn't it mean like crazy?
Oh, almost.
Doesn't it mean like it's going very popular?
That's right. That's
Crazy
right.
popular.
So when something goes viral online, it means lots and lots of people watch or pay attention to a particular subject. So when a video goes viral, it means thousands and thousands of people are watching a particular thing. Now, how does it make you guys feel to know that a video that your school has made has been watched by tens of thousands of people?
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
It has.
I thought it was private.
It's private. Well, when you put things on YouTube and you agree that you want to share it with people, that means lots of people can see it. So when you put things on YouTube, people can see it. But it's a good thing, though. It shows that you guys have a good, fun school with lots of creativity. That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I kind of think it was like exciting seeing lots of people who don't go to Coleham know what it's like, kind of thing.
Yes, that's really good, isn't it, as well? Because if you think about it, there are people from all around the world, from schools that do different things, that look different, and speak different languages, have different cultures, and they've seen what your school is like through those videos. And we're not just talking about the Christmas videos. Do you remember the weather balloon Mr. Larkin sent into space?
That went so high. With the what's the dinosaur called? Gary. Tom. I'm calling it Gary, but
I'm looking around the room. I remember the video. One of the most amazing videos I've seen.
Basically, so like Gary kind of like sat on the kind of thing, and then the balloon just held.
He sat on like a plinth, didn't he? And then they had a camera.
It went out of it went into space, I think.
Well, it nearly went.
It did go.
It went like 30,000 meters high.
It went very, very high.
I think.
Went out
Or
into space.
kilometers.
So for the listeners at home, what happened was they put together a weather balloon with a camera. Mr. Larkin, I was there when they set it up. all up. It was a very arduous task trying to fill up this balloon. It took a very long time. Did you guys come to see that being launched?
No. Well, I didn't.
I didn't. I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, we our teacher showed us on YouTube, and it was so funny because you just heard everyone at the start of the video. Everyone was like screaming because they were like, "Wow, wow!" And it was and I actually took a glimpse of someone in our class. I think it was Henry Payne. Yeah, Henry Payne was like standing right there next to our friend Marnie Hilton, whose sister was there, and they were just like, "Oh my God, it's really happening!" And then when they actually set it off, everyone was just staring up, and it was so funny.
It was really good. And then so this balloon was released, and Mr. Larkin could track it wherever it went in the UK.
Yeah, it was like a drone kind of thing.
And it went really, really far.
There was a camera.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, 'cause
Same thing.
And there was a camera fixated on the dinosaur that was attached to the
Gary.
balloon. Gary. I'm just going to say Gary, right?
I thought it was
Gary.
Isn't it Tony?
No, it's Gary. No, it's
No, we referred to Tony into...
It was Tony.
It was Tony?
No,
Tony or Gary?
it's Gary.
It was Tony. It was Tony.
It's Gary now.
If you guys know what the name of the dinosaur is, please write into the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast.
It's either Tony or Gary, but I think it's Gary. No, it's Tony, but I want to call him Gary. It's a better name.
Maybe he's a Tony, but prefers to be called Gary. I don't know. Or maybe it's his middle name.
His last name is Gary and his first name is Tony.
Tony Gary Larkham.
So Mr. Gary.
So through the power of this video, people are seeing your school, and that's really good, isn't it? It just goes to show how big these things can grow. Do you guys get to see a lot of the videos being filmed and lots of the bits, or is it all secret?
It's basically we have this kind of secrecy of our school kind of thing. So the videos, normally there's a special link. The very first time it's a special link that you have to click on that
Like a premiere.
Yeah, the teachers send, and so we click on it and we can see all the video, well, most of them anyway, and so we see them and it's like all really fun to see.
And over the years, the videos have been completely different, haven't they?
Yeah.
Right, do you remember last year's video?
Like one of the time it was a robot one.
Yeah.
The robot?
Last year was the robot, but 2 years before it was, oh my God.
The broom one. The broom one.
No. Wait.
Yeah, the broom one, because Polly gave Mr. Jones a broom.
Yeah, the broom one. But anyway, and basically what happened was that I've forgotten. No, Mr. Venn dressed up as Elsa.
I remember that, yeah.
And he had like see-through straps here, so it looked like it was like all holding up, and he could barely hold it because he had to put his hips there. And then it looked like he was pushing it up.
And then he winked.
He winked. He was like.
I love that. And Mr. Jones got a new broom at the end, didn't he?
Yeah. Polly was just like a little fairy, like, and then she gave Mr. Jones a broom because he snapped it before. When he snapped, he was like, oh no, and then he got a new one. He was like, for me.
What does it mean to you guys when you see your teachers who are normally at the front of the class teaching you, being silly and having fun?
It's really strange, but also really it's like really nice to see. So if they've ever had a bad day or whatever, and then you just see them doing the video, it just makes you laugh, and it's really funny. Like you see them dressing up in wonderful dresses and dancing with other teachers.
Yeah, because if you had a bad day, it kind of just cheers you up and just like it makes you want to see more, because they kind of do this thing where it's like cliffhanger kind of thing, so it just like makes you want to see more of the Christmas videos already.
It's nice to see that everyone's human, right?
Yeah.
And everybody can go out and have fun. There's a time and a place to go and have some fun. And Christmas, making these videos, is a great time. And that like you said, I think it's really nice that you said that there might be people watching this that are maybe having a down day, maybe a busy day at work or whatever, and they see these videos and it cheers them up and it makes them happy. And then, Coleham's attached to that.
And if you're having a good day and if you watch it, you can have an amazing day.
There you go.
Let's hope that they're all human beings, so
let's
so they
hope that they're
actually
human
understand.
I hope they're human beings. That's I think that's the idea behind it.
A dog.
So putting these videos together, is there anything else that you really love about this school that they do that's you probably wouldn't normally see in a different school? Because obviously the YouTube videos have been great. creatively, you guys do an awful lot with the school, right? I'm sure.
Yeah. Well,
we're very eco-friendly.
Yeah, we're very eco-friendly, and we're just kind of like
eco-friendly.
They kind of encourage us to make sure, we take care of the planet, and like we have to look after everyone, and everyone has to look after us. So it's basically it's like this circle that's going around. So if someone's sad, someone helps them, and then it goes over and over again.
And yesterday the eco-counsellors
planted trees.
What is an eco-counsellor? Tell me what an eco-counsellor is.
Should I? Can I?
You can put, They've raised their hand and they're so cute. I love that.
Well, an eco-counsellor is... So we have school counsellors, sports out counsellors and eco-counsellors. So in our class, Evelyn's the eco-counsellor.
I'm the
sports counsellor, same thing. Sports counsellor. The school counsellor is Henry Hartridge, isn't it?
Yeah, Henry Hartridge.
And the eco-counsellor is Millie Long. And basically what she did, what you do if you're eco-counsellor is look after the environment and encourage people for like what we need to do to look after it even more than we can now.
And like do litter picks.
Yeah, encourage us.
And make sure everybody's recycling.
Yeah, make sure everyone's making the earth happy.
Yeah, recycle that paper. I imagine you guys get through an awful lot of paper in the school.
Yeah, we have a recycling bin.
Oh my gosh, we have this massive recycling bin,
It's always filled with paper.
And we still fill it up either way, because it's like lots of people barely even use the paper, but it's still absolutely filled up.
Because of cutting.
Yeah, because we have to cut loads of stuff up. And also, the teacher sent one time, because if we messed up on our work, we always have to put it in the recycling bin. But at least we do have a recycling bin, though. So then we can then we can actually recycle the paper. And
Absolutely, it's really, really important. And I really like that, you guys have got the sports and the eco-council, and what was the other one? Sports, school counsellors.
Yeah.
Because it gives you guys something to strive towards, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you guys go to the panto the other day?
Oh yeah. Evelyn, you. Oh yeah. We watched Beauty and the Beast, and it was so funny because
one of the songs.
Yeah, because Gaston was like, I think the song was a bit inappropriate, so I'm not going to say the name. But
Timmy's told me all about it.
But it was kind of inappropriate for year threes, but everyone enjoyed it at least, and they've changed the names a lot, so they call Gaston Dadston. Danton, yeah, they call Gaston Danton. They also called Belle's brother Flippity Flop. Wait, wasn't it?
No,
Philippe Flop. Philippe Flop.
Okay.
Because they were in France, and also the mother was. What was it?
In the movie, it's a dad instead of a mum.
No. But what was her name in the pantomime?
Mum.
Mother.
Yeah.
No.
It was mum.
It was like Philippe something. No.
Madame Flop.
Madame Flop.
Madam Flop. And
No, it was Belly Flop.
No, it was.
Yeah, it was.
we did an interview with the actor who played Belly Flop the other day.
Oh yeah,
Belle.
When
That was Belle.
they did a shout out for Timmy. They said that you interviewed him.
I got a very frantic voice note on WhatsApp of Timmy going, "Oh my God, I went to the panto and they shouted my name out. Then everybody pointed at me, and it was really." He was so excited. So it was really nice that you guys.
Wait, wasn't it? It was his birthday.
No, it wasn't his birthday. It's because I interviewed the actor. Flop, and I messaged him. I was like, "Oh, can you give Timmy a hello on the stage?" And they did, which was nice. But I'm glad that you guys go. What do you think it is about Christmas that makes everybody do these silly things like pantomimes and videos? What is it about Christmas that makes people do that?
Who's going to go first?
We're only year fives, to be honest, but
because it's joyful time.
yeah, it's joyful.
Like,
it makes you cheer up.
It's
cold.
It's cold, so
And you need
your body to warm. That's correct.
And you need to warm up mentally and physically.
Like inside warms you up and
It's
makes you
the
happy.
season of hope. So like you,
speaking
so it's really like you hope for a Christmas video, and then it comes, and it's almost, but it's really really fun to watch. It's just a really nice time of year.
It just warms you up, basically.
And
It just makes you happy inside.
The Christmas video came out in lockdown.
It makes it's because At lockdown,
yeah.
At lockdown, they kind of posted it up so then we could cheer up because we had to stay off school for quite a long time because it was actually really bad.
Because seesaw was
because
annoying.
in year 3 we had to stay off and we had to just do seesawing at our house.
Yeah, that was quite a traumatic
It was pretty
time for us.
annoying.
Because seesaw
really annoying.
kept on glitching.
Yes, it was so annoying. And also, all my work was like nothing about seesaw. And basically what happened was that they just wanted us to cheer up, seeing we weren't allowed to be at school. So they wanted to cheer us up at lockdown. So that's why they did it. And now they're going to carry on because they think it's nice for the younger children because they haven't done it before.
Yeah, and I talk a lot about the pandemic and things that happened, and it was a sad time for you. It was a challenging time for you, for the parents, for the teachers, who did an amazing job, by the way. Just carried on going. So well done to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like there's a couple of positives that came from the pandemic, and one of them is using technology, like things like YouTube videos and cameras and things to kind of reach people. And so do you think that's come from lockdown? You think that the schools use that as a platform to kind of reach people in a nice way?
Probably, yes.
To cheer people up.
Yeah, to cheer people up, to make them feel happy. Because if they haven't seen their teachers or their friends for a long time, then it kind of makes them happy, saying that
The teachers are doing...
They're doing their best to comfort us, basically.
What would you say? I'm going to give you, all three of you individually, a chance to... If nobody's ever watched the Coleham video from school, the school videos, I want you to sell it to them. Why should they watch these videos if they haven't done before? We'll start with yourself.
Because they're hilarious and they're really funny, and you get to see things that you wouldn't expect, and from the teachers especially.
Like Mr. Venn dressed up
as Elsa. Like a PE teacher dressing up as
A woman.
A woman, and from a Disney movie. So
Queen, I'll have you know.
Yeah, a queen.
A queen.
A woman.
Ice Queen, okay.
A woman queen.
And now, yourself, you can sell this video. Why should people watch this video? I'm sure many people have already, but...
Because it has a lot of good technology, and because it has lots of green screens and blue screens, and all the teachers are like really into it, and they're really playing it, so they're not just like still face like this, throwing snowballs like this.
On a very plain face there,
So they've got very like smiley faces on, which
nice.
is nice.
And it's your turn. When we first started doing this, she was like, I can't wait to say my bit. I really can't wait. Now it's your turn. I think there's too much information trying to come out at the same time, isn't there?
So basically, it's like what Evelyn said, it's really funny and hilarious, and it just cheers you up if you're having a bad day, because it just makes you feel happy and warm inside. So it makes you just feel like, that they're still, they're always there for you.
Yeah. I think when people think of teachers, whether it's fair or whether it's not, they think of teachers as teachers. Yeah. Teachers. So it's nice to see a fun side.
Yes.
Your teachers, isn't it?
Yes.
And what would you say to the teachers and the staff that have put this together? What would you as a message from you to them? What would you say?
Well done.
That sounded amazing in the headphones, by the way. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you. Why thank you? What?
You're welcome.
You're welcome. I watched it. You're welcome. You get my download. Thank you. I mean, to offer thanks for something like that, I mean, I suppose, did it make you happy when you watched it?
Yeah. It was very, funny and stuff.
It was very human-like.
So thank you for making me laugh.
You're really making me laugh.
And yourself, have you got a message for the teachers and the staff?
It's the same as Sophia, thank you. But you put a lot of effort into it, and it's worth it, and it's really good. So it's really fun.
Wonderful. Well, I think you guys are absolutely fantastic. We're gonna spend a bit of time in a minute speaking to teachers and things about the video. Will you guys coming on? Yeah. We're going to be finding out what goes into making, because you can't just make it something like this, because there's props that needed to be built, special effects that needed to be put in. These videos have like really high quality production, like for what it is. I mean, I remember all of us sort of watching these videos during lockdown, during Christmas, and we've been really impressed with the lot of quality that's been put into it, and a lot of time. So we'll find out what goes into that. Have you guys ever made YouTube videos or anything like that? Have you guys made a vlog or anything like that before? Have you? No?
I've made a video, but I haven't posted it.
Yeah. Do you guys know how to edit and stuff?
Yeah.
Well, kind of. But there's a girl in our class who knows a lot about it. India, she does know a lot about editing and everything.
Yeah, but it's not an easy process. But it's one of those things that has to be done to make things look slick, and gel it all together. So we'll find out a little bit about that afterwards. But guys, thank you so much for chatting to me today. You've been fantastic, honestly. These kids are great. You can just put them in front of a microphone and just press go, and they do their thing. Really. Yeah. So thank you so much for chatting to me today, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. So now the kids have gone. They were fantastic. They were really good to speak to. Now we start with the staff. Do you want to introduce yourself, guys?
My name is Doug Williams. I am the IT technician at Coleham Primary School.
Wonderful.
My name is Sadie Howson, and I'm a teacher, Senko, at Coleham Primary.
My name is Tracy Othen. I'm business manager at Coleham Primary.
Wonderful. We're talking on the strength of the video. I don't think it's fair just to say about the videos, but I mean, the fact that you guys have such a great reach in the community, and there's certain resources you use to do that, because I think it's outstanding. Even it's not even silly. It's really good. During the pandemic, you created School Street, which was something I'd never seen before. For the listeners that aren't around Coleham or Bellevue, close the street so that the kids could walk socially distanced and safely down the road. Things like this that kind of reach out to the community. How important is it for you guys to do that and to let people know that you care?
Well, I think that really explains our school as a whole. Community's at the heart of it, and it's a consideration around everything that we do, and everything that we do is about our community. Whether that's the children, whether that's the staff, whether that's the wider the businesses around the streets, the parents, everything. We have this hashtag that's Coleham Cares, and that's really at the heart of everything. We care about the bigger picture than just educating the children. It's about making them the best people they can be, and part of that is knowing that having a community around you really helps you, and you get that supportive feeling.
Yeah, we don't just want people to come into our school, visitors to come to us. We actually want the children to go out to everybody else. So every single week, the children are going out to the shopkeepers, to the local traders. They're walking into town. They're out and about all the time. And, if you live in our community, you'll see our children out in the quarry, outside in Coleham, Grey Friars. You'll see us everywhere.
I think it's great that, you don't just look at a curriculum in a box. That's your curriculum. There you go, crack on. Let's do maths. This is all life skills, important things that I certainly never learned in school. There's certain things, aspects that are kind of new to me.
Yeah, well, I think it's important for children to find a purpose in their learning. And if we look at the curriculum and just teach them that, they don't really see what the purpose of the learning is. Mm-hmm. And so by making it more real for them and putting it into context within the community, it gives them a reason for learning and a want to learn more. And it actually it instills them with that enthusiasm for wanting to know more. Yeah. And one of our biggest values is kindness. And through wanting to help the community, we really kind of encourage that kindness and that positive thinking. And it's quite common for children to focus on the negative in a day. And actually by really pushing that kindness and that gratitude and what's your positive thing for the day, mm-hmm. we actually look at that and they now come to us with ideas on how to help the community and what we could do and reaching out. And the girls I know mentioned earlier about us being quite eco-friendly. But it's more than that now. It's not just looking after the environment, it's looking after the people in the environment.
Passion,
yeah, absolutely. It's all about that passion.
Yeah. And when you come to talk about eco and looking after your environment around you, that kind of branches out onto different aspects of life. Like we're talking about empathy and understanding and like friendship and really like looking around you and thinking, are we doing things right? Can we do things a little bit better? Because I remember during lockdown when there were kids out in the quarry leaving rubbish everywhere. I was chatting to Niall McCann, an amazing National Geographic explorer from Shrewsbury. Great, and he was saying there's a great disconnect with the sort of the older youth of today and nature. So I think it's really important what you guys are doing at Coleham. I think it's vital to going forward. And of course, there isn't just the immediate outside world. There is the online world as well. We just talk about YouTube, and there's things like TikTok and lots of social media things that can be great resources to help things like schools. So working with IT is kind of also just as vital, right?
Yeah. During the pandemic, we used video a lot more. So the online world became our world for learning and teaching and communicating and sharing.
Yeah.
So that really pushed us forwards, I think, for our video use, and even the school assemblies in the school, because we couldn't put all the children in one hall together. They were done online effectively, so the head would broadcast from her office into all the classrooms. So it's a real vital thing nowadays, and to ignore it, and a lot of schools are a bit scared of it still and don't use it as much as they should. But to ignore it is just daft, because it's just such a vital tool.
Yeah,
for learning.
And the reach is, you're talking about a head teacher coming and doing an assembly via virtually. Last night I was interviewing a guy from New Jersey about elderly care and the differences in how he does things and how he would like to see things. And that, I think the strengths on that have only seriously come along since or during the pandemic with things like Zoom and what I was using StreamYard. There's like a huge bridge being built across the world to wherever you want to go to. And I know that one of the ways you guys reached out, especially to the parents, just to let you know it's okay, we're dealing with things. I could see that, and they let the kids know, hi, we're still here, was with the videos on YouTube. Who came up with the ideas for that? I mean, was this something that you guys just naturally resorted to doing?
I think so. I think it was lots of us together really thinking about wanting to keep in touch with the children. So we knew that we needed to continue to teach the children during lockdown, but it became more than that. We wanted to let them know we're still thinking of them, that we still care about them. And it started with stories, really, didn't it? When we were doing live online learning, it was then the importance of stories and reading to the children. So we all made sure that we were recording ourselves reading stories so that the children could still keep in touch with us. And I think that's how the videos first started, was reading.
Mr. Larkin with his ukulele as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the children could join in at home, and we had lots of messages saying they love that story and they love that song. Thank you, Mr. Larkin.
We've got lots of creative people, staff on our team, and we like to think a bit outside the box and do things that are a little bit fun, a little bit crazy. Everybody works so hard here, and sometimes you don't see each other, you're just bustling around the staff room, and for us to get together and have loads and loads of fun, it's really good for our well-being, and it's really good for us just to hang out together and have fun. It's great for the kids because they just love seeing us in a totally different light.
Well, you certainly made an impact for sure, because the videos, they kind of went Shropshire viral, didn't they? Lots of people were watching them. But I remember sitting, we were sitting on the sofa, Timmy with us and my wife, and watching the videos, laughing together. It was a real family moment. I mean, now we're all waiting for this year's Christmas video.
Well, I think we're really, really lucky that we've got such an amazing IT technician. I think he undersells himself massively. But when we first proposed the idea of a Christmas video, I think we all had some lovely ideas and were thinking, this is going to be really nice and a nice surprise for the children. And then Doug comes along and takes it to that next level and helps us produce something that none of us really could have imagined, with the green screens and his creativity that puts a little thread through the whole story. He's
and green
put a lot.
Green screen's tricky. It's a tricky thing to work with.
Yeah, And we've moved away from green screen now because, as you can see, there's a big blue screen hanging above us because everybody wears green Christmas jumpers. Every year we're learning to do things a little bit differently. So,
why is Mr. Venn floating? Oh, okay, that's why. Yeah,
floating head with a green Christmas jumper on. So it's tricky. In fact, it was trickier not to use it though, because last year we tried to do more real life videoing outside, and the challenges of getting all the teachers together when there aren't any children around were far harder than the digital challenge of doing it in a room away from the children on green screen. And
I think it's worth mentioning, I did mention to the girls what we'd say is putting the videos together. You know, how long does it take to write a script, make sure you, like I said, make sure you're in the right place. Hair and makeup, darling, make sure everybody's looking great, and recording again and again. How long does that take? When do you start?
It's changed each year, isn't it? We try and start earlier and earlier because it's always a massive rush at the end. So we started in October this year, didn't we? Which I think is the earliest we've started. We record the vocals too, so we are not just acting to a singing track. We actually perform it. So we've got great singers in the school. So we get all the first thing to do is record the audio. So we have singing sessions in here in our old coach house, and they all gather around the microphone, and we cut the audio track. So that's the first job. Then we have usually a guitar solo that Mr. Edwards performs. This year. Spoilers, he's not doing one. But we've got saxophonists instead. We've got 3 saxophonists in the school, and we've got a sax solo. So that is just amazing. So
everybody loves a great sax solo, don't they?
It's brilliant. It's really good, and they've nailed it. And it's not easy to do, is it?
It's not easy.
Sadie will tell you.
No.
But they've done a great job. So we do the audio first, and then we've got to record all the bits of video. And doing it on green screen means we don't have to have everybody together at the same time, so we can do it in little batches. But all this is done in stolen moments because the teachers are so busy, they work so hard, they've got to teach, they've got to look after the kids, they've got to get all their paperwork in order. They don't devote a whole day to making this video. So we literally do it in stolen moments at lunchtimes or whenever they can pop in, and we do what we can, and then there's a big assembly job at the end. And that's the bit where I sort of crunch down and think, okay, I've got all this footage, let's turn this into a video. And hopefully it's followed my idea of how it's going to go when we filmed it, but sometimes we have to...
I take my camera all over Shropshire, I take my microphones, and I know that post-production is a much longer process than actually making it. You know, making it's the fun bit. It's when you get to post. How many hours a day are you spending producing these things?
At the moment, not many. When I'm here, I'm only here 2 days a week. I've been filming lunchtimes in the afternoons for the last few weeks, and now I've got to start putting it together. So at this point, when we're recording this, it hasn't been assembled yet. There's bits put together. I'll try and do it as quickly as I can, but I wouldn't even dare put a time to it because it'll go.
I get lost in it. I was sat in house coffee yesterday, and I was like, I've been here 2 hours. I need to go.
Absolutely. I'll start looking at the clock nearer the time when Tracy wants to release it, thinking, oh my goodness, I need to speed up to get this done. But it takes a while producing digital effects.
Is there a particular member of staff, as far as the talent, the singing, the acting, and performing, that kind of excels, that kind of pulls everyone in the right direction?
Ooh, we've got a few.
We can single someone out.
So many staff.
Yeah, it's not one single person. It's a real, again, it's a real team effort.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to single out our caretaker, Mr. Jones.
I was hoping you'd say that, to be honest.
Mr. Jones
kind of what I was thinking.
Should be in film and TV. He loves it.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he's so enthusiastic about it, and he'll do anything. And he's always available.
Yeah.
So he's great. Without Les, I don't know how it would go. Because
I've always wanted to know how begrudgingly he did these things. Always he's just like, no, I'll do it. Do you guys have to twist his arm a little bit?
He loves it. He absolutely loves it.
He has a begrudging air about him most of the time, but he's a lovely fellow, and he's got a warm heart, and he loves it. He's really good. But also Sadie pushes it on really well as well, and Lottie, and there's quite a few members of staff who are really into it and who will give a lot of time and effort and really push it on. And then everybody else sort of joins in. So it's a lovely thing.
I think the biggest evidence of that was last year as well, because we had the dreaded visitors right.
Yes, we need to mention that. Yeah,
right in the middle of filming last year, and it nearly stopped. We nearly had to cancel.
So for the listeners at home that aren't local immediately, Ofsted turned up just as you guys were filming, right?
And we also had 7 nativity shows that week. We had Ofsted right in the middle of 7 nativity shows, and all filming had to stop. And at one point, that it was literally cancelled, and Doug was like, "I just can't do it. I can't do it justice. It's not going to be good enough." And we really had to rally round, and we got the whole staff team, and we were literally on our knees actually, because we had like two full-on days where we'd barely slept. We'd worked constantly, but we were like, no, we are not going to let anybody down. We're not going to let the children down. We need to do this because this is really special to us.
And I think we had to remember at that moment when we were all prepared to cancel it, because, like Tracy says, we were on our knees, but we had to remember why we were doing it, and it was for the children, and we just knew that we had to keep going.
Didn't you get the Ofsted guy involved at some point in the video, if I remember rightly?
We had an actor.
Oh, you had an actor?
Yeah, someone played the part.
A friendly dad.
You paid homage.
We weren't going to push our luck. While you're here, would like to be in our Christmas video? We're going to be mean to you.
Can you dance?
We were right up against the wire last year. I mean, we were still filming on the 14th of December, so to get it out was an absolute credit to Doug. I mean, he must have not hardly slept that week.
It can be a stress because no one, it's on your shoulders and nobody else is going to take it over if you don't do it. So, but then my life seems to be like that anyway. There's lots of things I do on my shoulders.
So what does the feedback mean to you guys then? Because did you say that 15,000 people or something? Or
jointly across the two, I think it's about 15 or 16, isn't it? Yeah, it's great. When we do it for the children, that's what it's our gift to the kids, isn't it? And it started in lockdown because we couldn't be with them as much as we wanted to, and wanted to spread some love and joy and fun. And for me, it's the feedback on the day that we show it to children. That's the important thing, less so than the hits. It's just
we like to watch it as a whole school all together, and honestly, you just hear the laughter throughout the whole school. I can't really explain it. It's magical.
It really is.
Yeah, and then to have both the parents, the teachers, maybe the pupils, and people around here universally just love it. I think that means you had a hit. You did the right thing. You made something that people enjoyed. That must have an amazing feeling for you guys.
It does really boost our spirits, and at the end of a long hard term, you go away and you feel so grateful to be at this wonderful place, work with wonderful people, have such a wonderful community. I mean, we sent the video out to the care homes last year, and they just said that it just lifted their day.
Yeah, and I think Tracy's right. The autumn term for any teacher is a tough term. It's long, it's full on, and I think it just shows what a special school this is to be at. And Tracy's right that we all feel really lucky by the end of it, thinking we are such a special team. And it just shows that spirit
actually.
Again. Yeah, it really is.
When we sign off for that last day, we're just so full of gratitude for. And I think the video is a real part of helping us remember.
I think one of the most important things is, you're taking all these fundamentals and these lessons that you're trying to teach the kids that we talked about, and you're embracing technology. And I know there's a lot of technophobes out there that might not they struggle with the idea of TikTok, of YouTube, of Facebook's a different thing, but using that technology to reach people and show people that you care. I'm sure there are probably people that have watched that and probably got over those boundaries for those people, which is nice.
Yeah, true. And it's also inspirational for the children, isn't it? Because they see us making this video and they want to make videos.
Oh.
So I run a video editing club and an animation club as well for the kids, and they'll put these things together. And I've sat them and just walked them through the Christmas video and said, look at how many cuts there are. Look at when it cuts. Look at how we've changed it. Look at this digital effect. Because otherwise children will just literally point the camera at someone and just do it all in one take.
Yeah.
So it's just saying, look, there's a lot of work goes in. All these things that you watch on YouTube and TikTok, they've not just made that on the hoof. They've actually planned this. They put loads of work into it, and most of it is fake. And that's really important as well, because children will see this stuff and think, oh, these people are living these wonderful lives. No, it's all faked. And letting them know how that works, and that there's this massive process and machine behind these things that they think are just people casually filming, is great, because it lets them realise that they don't have to aspire to live the lives that these people that they see, because it's produced. It's not real.
For example, we did filming at Netley Hall the other day, and I was recording it's like the bride's bedroom, but they use it for all sorts, like before the wedding, right? So this room hasn't just got an ensuite bathroom, it's got an ensuite swimming pool. And so just to record that walkthrough, that took 6 or 7 different cuts to get the bedroom, the bathroom, and then the swimming pool from one angle, from another angle, from the jacuzzi. So like it looks like I'm walking through. So you're right. It's not just about walking through. Yeah. There's a lot of work that goes into it, you know?
Yeah. I think it's also given teachers the confidence to use it in the classroom as well. So sometimes now we'll use the green screen to help children perform their work.
Yeah, that's cool.
And we've done it with instruction writing on how to make a mummy, and we've put Egyptian background behind them, and they can see that it's not all taken in one cut, that we'll film some children and then we'll stop it and film the other children, and then they see the process of us putting it together. So it's really good for children to see that.
Imagine seeing yourself in in an Egyptian town.
Tomb.
Town, and using that interactivity. There's other technologies you can use. VR is a great thing, very expensive though. I mean, once they make that a bit more mainstream and a bit more accessible, I think that's a great tool to use as well. But I just want to say thank you to you guys. I think on behalf of, I'm a parent of a child that comes to this school, and I think I speak for many parents here. The way that you guys reached out, especially during lockdown, during Christmas, during difficult times, it was like an arm around the shoulder, a virtual arm around the shoulder. So on behalf of, I think, all the parents here, I want to say a huge thank you to you and everybody that puts these productions together. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And if there's anybody listening here today that is maybe from a different school that would like to take a step in this direction and use this technology, what advice would you give them?
Plan your time, plan what you're filming, and find the hidden talents of the staff, because they'll have them. We've got loads of hidden talents. Who knew that we had 3 saxophonists? I would have never known that had we not.
Did you guys get together for coffee at times? Be like, right, who's got a hidden talent? You tell me now. Who can dance? Who can sing? Who can do this?
I think it's also just being prepared to go for it. The biggest lesson we teach children is to be prepared to make mistakes and go for it and keep learning. And it's the same message for adults. We forget as adults, we need to keep learning constantly and push ourselves out of our comfort zone. We can be too afraid and, no, this is what I do, I just teach. And actually just be brave and go for it. And you'll be surprised with what you can all do.
Yeah, that's a message to everybody.
And think big. There's nothing that, you can't do. If you've got an idea, just go for it.
Yeah, wonderful. I think you guys are fantastic for what you can do. This year's video, any exclusives we can talk? I mean, we're releasing this after the video's been released. So is there anything you wanted to say about this year's video?
For the first time, we've got children singing in it.
Yeah.
That's new.
Yeah.
May not happen again. The song calls for it this time. So yeah.
Was that this isn't happening again?
No.
No, they're beautiful, aren't they?
We roll with what we're doing. So we do what we need for what we want to produce. So this time we've got lovely children. It's really cute.
I can't wait to hear it.
We've stuck with the Frozen theme a little bit. Mr. Van dressed up as Elsa was such a big hit in our first year's video that we've pushed that a little bit more. And Miss Doug here he went down to the materials shop. He knocked up the costume in a night on his sewing machine. So
sewed a dress for a PE teacher. That's a first. Yeah.
Don't spoil it for me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get this spoiled for me. I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see it. We're running 5 microphones, 5 sets of headphones and everything else. So my batteries are like dwindling as we speak. But this has been really, really nice to speak to you guys. I've been dying to sort of reach out to the school, but I didn't want to be like, yo, I'm the biscuit guy. Can we do a thing? Do you know what I mean? Because this is Timmy's thing. This is school. This is separate. But so thank you for inviting me here today. It's been really nice to do this. And you have the help of the Shrewsbury Biscuit with anything else you want to do. And you guys do, honestly, the school fairs and the cycling marathon challenges, the weather balloons, the things that you guys do to reach out to the community. It means an awful lot to people around here. So yeah, thank you.
Good, we're glad.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. This was really, really fantastic. Before we get out of here, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Web Orchard, who are building a state-of-the-art website for us. They are fantastic at what they do. If you're looking for a website about whatever it is you do, the Web Orchard will look after you. They're local, they're on Coton Hill, and they're geniuses. And so make sure you check out Web Orchard. Thank you so much for tuning into this. Thank you to my amazing guests today, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.